And Jay, welcome to F.A.C.E. Looking forward to speaking with you and making you the presenter now. And look forward to hearing your voice and seeing your screen, my friend.
My screen?
Hi, Jay.
Yeah, am I audible?
You're there. Look at that market profile.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are taking me back 30 years because floor traders were the only ones I knew that used market profile. And you're only the second person I've interviewed out of almost 1,000 that I've done that uses market profiles. Kudos to you, Jay. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Thanks for bringing me in. So. Okay.
All right. So we're turning our eyes to the Far East, and you also prove another thing I say. You don't have to trade 100 different things. Guys I knew on the floor never left the same trading pit and knew one market like the back of their hand. Is that how it is for you with the Nifty?
Yeah.
You're completely concentrated on it, correct?
Yeah, exactly. I trade, Nifty for past 7 years. I'm trading this alone.
Okay. All right. So you know every important technical level like the back of your hand. So tell me this, Jay, because it happens so many times in my interview, and I read a little bit about your background and how you got in. One guy gave you a bad option trade, and then your brother gave you a good one that, went up 8-fold. And that was the beginning of your trading career. Why did so many engineers gravitate towards the trading industry? Do you know?
Probably due to the profit factor.
The profit to make money they wouldn't make as an engineer?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So no matter the profession, we all have the same motive, right? But they're also very technical type of people, and they really gravitate towards technical analysis. I, always knew that anytime I was soliciting an account as a commodity broker, that engineers love to trade. They were very good prospects.
Exactly. So probably the real motive engineers come into trading, at least is the profit factor they see in the markets. I mean, like quick money, easy to crack. They cracked engineering, so easy to crack. So that's the mindset before setting into the markets. They all do.
So how did you find market profile to use as your dominant tool for trading Nifty 50? Did you go through a process of trying other things before you got here?
Yeah, exactly. So I use market profile. I mean, like not in a similar way what Dalton says or what a textbook says. I just fit market profile for Nifty. How? I mean, every instrument have a different characteristic. So it is like you can't use the same method over all the instruments. So each have a different characteristic. So you need to watch trial and error to see what fits what. So then from there you start developing what works more. So work on what works more. So that's how I use market profile in a typical manner. What I see, lot of setups have a higher probability and higher edge working on Nifty.
Is there a time frame? Are we looking at a daily profile right now on your screen?
So, we are looking at a 30-minute profile. Each day separated into each.
Is that the time frame you day trade off of, Jay?
I use this as
go ahead.
I use this for my to read my context for the day. So I go into my 3-minute time frame and 5-minute time frame to look and for the entries. So I use this chart for the day. Where can be the edge what sort of page can be found. So I used to gauge using this chart. Then I go to my 3-minute chart here over there. So I'll see what kind of trade opportunity presents and where the least entry could be. I mean, like a very low risk entry I can get.
Okay, so it also looks like you trade different sectors within the Nifty 50, right? I saw banking. So do you break it down into different sectors too?
Yeah, exactly. So mostly I trade banks, metals, sometimes IT, information technology.
Okay. So you want to give us a brief tutorial on what you see? You know, we see all these letters and brackets on market profile, and kind of tell us what it tells you.
Exactly. So what for me market profile is, how I use market profile is, I want to see where the maximum trade is going to get a frame. So I wait for such a moment. I mean, for my swing trades, I'm narrating the trade process. For intraday, I will give a different view. So for my swing process, I'm telling you what kind of setup I view. So for my swing process, I just wait for traders to get in where I get a maximum pain for a reflex action. So for example, if you see this, uh, this area in particular, so we had a very low volatility period followed by a high volatility followed by a low volatility. So basically, after a breakout, market started bracketing.
Okay. So you have you bracket the range you expect for that time period.
Yeah. Once market starts bracketing.
And if it breaks out of that, does it ever break out of those brackets? And is that a signal as well when it comes out of your brackets? Or you mainly just, or it stays within?
Yeah, whether a bracket goes out or I get a breakout failure, I wait for that. So here on this day, on 6th of November.
Yeah.
One second, I'll make it. See here, on 6th of November, if you split it, so again here, market went above range extended high, then all of a sudden it came back in.
Right.
So this is where I will look for some sort of swing opportunity to me, where these longs or get caught.
Okay, so they're trapped up there.
Yeah, trapped up. See, basically, after seeing this breakout, a balance and keep of balance, I look for some sort of. Sometimes it might break out and keep scaling higher, but as a mean reversion trader, I look for these kind of trap setup. So where it range extended higher, and here if you see there is a huge volume chunk happened here, and then all of a sudden it came back inside the value, closed in the middle.
Okay. So have you noticed with market profile that breakout failures are also big trades because they have people so wrong-footed?
Exactly. So that is where the opposite move will come in a faster manner.
Oh, yes. Is down faster?
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So
the next day.
Go ahead.
So here the next day market opened and rejected very swiftly. So this is where I look for an entry here. So I shorted and I kept a stop loss above this range. So where my target should be is I will be looking for these kind of VPOCs. VPOCs as in these are virgin POCs. POC is point of control where the maximum where on a any particular given day where price spent maximum time. So if you see, these are the broad letters. These are POCs of any given day. where markets spend huge time in this trade.
Okay.
So once I
And
initiate a trade, I will be for these VPOCs to test my target zone.
okay.
So here, before this trade, we got some VPOCs here, here,
Right.
and here. So once I get a trade initiation here, so I place my stop loss and I will be looking for this trade VPOC zones as a target. In between, I will manage the trade. So how I initiated a swing trade is I will just put a test size here to see the depth of, as Livermore says, I mean, like never go in one shot all your quantity. Just test it. Whether the trigger is working on your favor. So once the test trigger goes very well, put the next sizes on because your target you can keep managing the tool. So
Okay.
here I went 20% short of my initial quantity. I kept my stop loss here. Even if it takes, I will be losing with my 25% quantity. So then once it showed its sign on any pullback, I kept adding it. So I will be looking for the targets on the swing back. I'll be until a trend changes. I will be keep managing the position till it ends. So it came till all the way to this final VPOC zone 220, where on this day I covered my shorts, which initiated here on this day.
Okay.
So this is how market profile in a way for swing trade, where I just wait for the big. I mean, I won't say for the trapped traders to get trapped.
Okay. So now
So
they're trapped down here. They were trapped
Yeah.
at the top and now they're trapped down here. Okay.
Exactly, see here. Starts balancing. So here, this could be the last, I mean, like these shots are emotional shots, mostly.
How do you know they're
Because
emotional? How do you know? What is the
emotional,
profile?
yeah,
Any of
exactly
them
what,
are there any teardrops dropping from any of those markings? Are they
yeah,
crying?
yeah, I will just put a print screen on this. I will explain it. So
Yeah.
how I see a trap is, this is getting balanced.
Okay.
So all of the today on the second session, if it goes and swiftly comes back into the balance, then I feel these shots doesn't have any edge because they are not defending their position.
Yeah. They have FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah, exactly. And moreover,
Okay.
if you see, they are missed the shots here, and they are shorting in a zone where it was a previous huge demand zone. If you see this,
Yeah.
this is where market started rising, and the value being developed higher. So this zone being tested first. I mean, it's a first read. See this zone being tested first.
Could you give us
And people,
could you give us kind of a look at, we've had melt ups in almost every global market for the last year. Has the Nifty 50 been performing as strongly as, say, the S&P or the Dow, or what's its relative performance been to other stock markets across the world?
Nifty 50 had. Sorry, come again. I couldn't get.
Okay, so
Hello.
it's been underperforming.
It's not underperforming.
Can we see
So
can we see a long-term chart of the Nifty, like a daily or weekly of the Nifty?
This one is a daily chart.
I'm saying we, but I want to see it. I'm selfish. Okay, there it is. Okay. All right. So yeah, 30%
Yeah.
from last year. Pretty
Yeah.
nice. Show me the action in the market when your prime minister made certain notes illegal.
Yeah.
Where was that period when you guys went to a cashless type? Are you laughing? How was that? How was that for you? Was it inconvenient? Why you laughing?
For some.
Ronan wasn't laughing. Why are you laughing? It's funny. I never thought I'd get that reaction, but that's good. You won't say anything. Okay. All right. Where was it? Down there?
Period.
Okay.
I'm taking my market here, so this was the
Okay.
period.
All right. All right. Did you have to burn any of your cash?
Nothing like.
All right. Oh God! Thank you for giving. Yeah, thank you for the good humor. Because I know a lot of people went through a lot of heartache. So why don't you do this? I went to your website. You have a great website, and show it to the crowd and people that may have an interest in trading the Nifty 50. And we know India is one of the biggest growth engines in the world today and the largest democracy. And I know a lot of people that like emerging markets are very constructive on India. So people need to pay attention to what's happening in your country, not just the prime minister doing draconian things, but the economy there has a lot of potential. So there's your website.
Yeah, this is my website.
Look at you. You fly like you're kind of like that super nifty. You're like Superman there. All right. You know you have a fan in our community. Do you know Ronit? That's a handle he uses.
Yeah.
All right. He's a fan.
Okay.
So you have a trading room too.
Yeah, I have a trading room as well. We write blog everyday trade plan. And also we write some sort of, how to overcome a few of the trading problems traders incur. And we also put some chart setups for learning. So we used to post these kind of trade. Here, what is the edge? It will be an interesting article for people who doesn't know what is an edge and trade, how I define an edge, all this stuff.
Okay. So there's a great resource. There's a great resource for everyone watching Jay live now and that will look at the video later. I believe that people should also open up themselves to different asset classes. Who knew it was going to be cryptocurrency 10 years ago? And, things come in and out of fashion. And I'm keeping my eye on India. I think it's the biggest democratic experiment out there. And just with the population and the move towards more being able to have more of a middle class lifestyle, that the growth is in Asia. How do things look politically between, say, India and Pakistan right now? Is there always tension? Does it wane?
It is like a kind of always. It won't be always tension, but once in a 3 month or once. This Kashmir issue always will be a tension.
Yeah, because people forget that you're both nuclear powers. You both are. And exactly. How about Modi's relationship with Xi in China? How's that going?
It's going smooth as of now. Nothing. There is not any big thing happening over there with China.
Okay. Okay, so Ronit's saying that the local state politics are really what the population has their attention on, rather than the federal and the geopolitical with other nations. So I guess that everyone's concentrated on, you know, their own locality. But I guess that's the way it is everywhere. You know, New Yorkers care more about New York than they do about California. So anyway, it was really a pleasure meeting you. I appreciate you coming to see us. Did you want to wrap it with anything on market profile?
I'll just wrap it with my view on Nifty going forward, what I'm looking for. So then I will conclude. So basically, what we had seen here is see this zone where last time on November 16th, where they initiated a long here around I mean like 10,170,
Right.
and exactly this last week they held the same zone here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just show here. This is where they had initiated the trade here, the zone, and good gap. So here they had held the zone, same zone here, and they kept driving it. So here, now it's been locked between two epochs, one here and one here, 220 and 345. So tomorrow I'm expecting market to stay within this range for next 2 days. I mean, today it's completed. Tomorrow I expect some sort of balancing formation here. Then I expect a move towards 380 and this report at 455, which is this report zone here.
Okay.
So going forward,
looking
I'm bullish.
Looking for sideways and then a continuation rally.
Exactly. So looking for a sideways move here. So basically from Wednesday, I'm expecting a one-shot move to 455 and even 500. So what seller is going to do this will be the key next swing trigger. So as of now, I'm bullish on markets. I will be looking for 455. This is my first target. And if it's been stretched, it can go to 510 levels, 10,510. So where this setup could go, failure would be somewhere below 10,205. So I'll be expecting some sort of balancing formation tomorrow, then a move towards 345, 380, and 450. So that's my view on now.
Okay, well, thank you for showing us market profile, leaving us with a forecast and everything. Thank you for taking time out today, Jay, and it's been great meeting you and showing us a little something that we normally don't look at to broaden our horizons. And you have a great looking website, and I'm proud to call you my trading warrior brother, and hope that the rest of 2017 goes great for you, that money rains down on you, whether it's digital or paper, on you and your family for the rest of 2017 and beyond.
Thanks a lot, Dave. Thanks for bringing me. Thanks.
All right, my friend. Everyone, that's Jay Chandra, and you could follow him at Nifty Wizard. And that's also his website, www.niftywizard.com. We'll see everyone tomorrow for Turnaround Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Adios. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome, Elena. See you, Ronan.